The last days before the premiere are the most important days, of course, because anything could happen, and it is the birth of a shape, of a new shape that you discover with. So I try to now, after all the work that we have done, that to rediscover, actually, as it is for the first time that I see that, and to see the shape, comes to us actually. So it's always tricky the last days, because you are faced to the unknown, even if it's been a long time now that I have been thinking of this project. Okay, when I'm in creation, actually, it is always the same times I know it is home, it is a theater. So the theater is the place where I am, and I meet only all the crew, all the artists from the stage. So the stage is a little bit at the same time separate from Palermo, and at the same time at the center actually, because it is only what we have, and we try to recreate on stage a new reality. And this is a theater. There's something visible, of course, because I'm a visual artist. So I work on stage with very visual element, and I try to make some connection with things that necessarily don't go together. So this I like actually, to make a kind of new combination, and to try to mix some very different elements. So of course we have these paintings, because for me it is a major thing from Palermo. It is my first meeting in Palermo. It was a Trionfo della Morte, and I think that it is a very beautiful, mysterious, deep, incredibly interesting painting. And it is about also the death, actually facing the death. At that time, actually, it was the pest. Actually, the pest was the complete disaster. And we have today some other disaster, of course. So, and we face them. So I wanted to reconsider them, but with the eyes of Il Trionfo. In this painting, actually, there is a painter himself so it's not about only the death, it is about representing the death. And why we need to do that, actually, we need to use art to represent the death, maybe in order to have a consolation, actually. In this idea of consolation, art as a consolation face to the death. In other words, if we weren't be conscious of the death, art even doesn't exist. This was my aim since the beginning of this project. It was to meet with artists, because actually we feel better a CD if you just meet artists. And I have met actually many dozen of them, actually, painters, dancers, or circus artists, actors, musicians. And finally, the main artist that I met was this painter of Il Trionfo della Morte. It is the first. We know how he looks in his paintings, actually, because so this is the first. This was the first meeting, and then it is with this idea of working with artists from Palermo. There's a different theory about this painter. We don't know him, but some said that he's from Palermo, he's Sicilian. And of course the other artists that I met are mostly from Sicily. Gianni Gebbia, actually, he's a wonderful artist, worldwide artist, but he's from Palermo. And also these wonderful dancers that I met, but also people that are coming from elsewhere, and Chris coming from Nigeria, so which is now in Palermo, is a kind of Palermitan too, because it was in Palermo that he became an artist. So his life as an artist actually started with Palermo. It was a kind of rebirth.